Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Of course, this is Culture Hub TV, your number one online TV. And guys, today on my episode of Bidi Yangu, I'm in a very interior place. I'm in a certain village right here in Nalondo. I'm told this is Polongo Primary School, if I'm not wrong. But be sure I will tag you the location right here on your screen. So guys, in my trip in Nalondo, there is a very creative man, very innovative. His name is Steve Wasike. He's my friend, and I have just realized that Steve is very innovative. He is a youth, but despite being a youth, this guy has gone a mile deeper into being creative and into focusing in agriculture. So, guys, Steve has a certain plant. I want to believe it has something to do with the refrigerator, but he has done it in a very local way. He has decided to be very innovative and creative. As you all know, there is refrigerators out there, but they are very expensive to maintain. You know the price that it goes with, and you also know the expenses. I'm talking about maybe the electricity bill and maybe the maintenance. But Steve has gone a mile deeper into ensuring that he comes up with something that does the same work as the refrigerator does, but now it has no any expenses. It has no cost at all. But okay, let me not talk much as if I'm the innovator. Let me go look for Steve. Let me just join him in his home so that he can tell us more about his plant. Come with me. Of course, you know, this is your number one online TV, and of course, we make sure you get information. We make sure you are informed. We make sure you don't remain the same after watching our channel. So guys, just come with me. So guys, right here is my friend Steve, and maybe he will introduce himself first.
Yes. My name is Steve Wasike. I come from Kabjai Sub-County, West Nalondo Ward, Pongola Village.
Pongola Village.
Yes, please.
Steve,
Yeah.
just right behind us, or maybe before that, can you maybe tell us what you do?
I'm a farmer. I do practice organic farming. Through organic farming, I'm doing LVs. LVs, that is African local veggies. That's what I'm promoting. Yeah, like most of our people around, we've forgotten about these LVs, and we find that in LVs where you find most of ions, and it's rich in iron. So that's what we are promoting mostly.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Steve, right behind us, I can see something.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us what it is?
This is a charcoal cooler. Since I'm an aggregator, I do aggregate the LVs around with my farmers. When I've aggregated like 50 kgs, 100 kgs, let me say in bulk. Before aggregation, first of all, I do go for look for the market. After sourcing for the market, then I come to aggregate. I prepare my farmers to at least to plant in plenty. So for that, before we take to market, we aggregate to this place. We store here. Then after that, we take to the market. Yes.
So if we could just talk a little bit about the charcoal cooler. Can you please maybe just highlight for us how maybe it's built, or what it takes to build a charcoal cooler?
A charcoal cooler is just a simple structure whereby you find that the most important thing is charcoal.
Yes.
You also have some plain sheet, iron sheets, timber, then sand. Normal building material.
Normal building material.
Yeah, but the unique thing here is charcoal.
Charcoal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
According to your rating, is it expensive or it's something affordable?
It's not that expensive. Maybe sometimes getting charcoals nowadays might be a challenge. But when you acquire at least like 5-6 bags of charcoal, you're good to go. It's not a must that you build such a big structure. Yeah, just build something that is equivalent enough for you. Yeah.
So, can you please take us inside, or maybe let us see how the charcoal cooler works?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. This is the entrance, and then after you've you enter to in this room. This is where you sort out your veggies.
This is the table.
The table for sorting out your veggies. Also, we have a basin, but fortunately, it's right now it's not there. Yeah, it's outside. You must make sure that whatever you're bringing in the charcoal cooler is clean.
It's clean.
You sort it from here. You clean it from here. Then after that, you bring to the inside the
cooler.
The cooler.
Before we enter the cooler, you have talked about the basin.
Yes.
What's the purpose of the basin?
For maybe for washing. Make sure that when you want to store, want to keep there, must be clean. Yes.
And the table, I can see the structure of the table itself. It's made from an iron sheet.
Aluminium.
This is aluminium.
Yes.
Okay, does it have something to do with also cooling?
Not really. It's made from aluminium because of you avoid that rust.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So are you trying to tell me that maybe for someone like me, if maybe I make such a structure, I can decide maybe to use maybe a wooden table?
Sometimes, you know, most of the time you'll be using water around, you see, and you find that maybe that wood will reach a time, then it will, it will depreciate with the time. But with this kind of material, it lasts for long. Yeah.
Now I understand.
Yes.
Okay. Right here I can see the charcoals on the surface.
Yes.
So how does it work? How does the charcoal work?
Definitely.
How does it make the place to be cool?
Definitely, as you see, we have some sprinklers.
Okay.
We have
that pipe.
That pipe has some sprinklers.
Yes.
First of all we have suspended the tank outside there, whereby we fetch water from there. We get water from the borehole through the solar pump. Then when it comes to that tank, then you release that water from tank. Then it goes round. This pipe is just all over. It surrounds the. It has gone around. Yeah.
So the sprinkler releases water.
Yes. Then after that
the charcoal
that absorb that water, and then it makes the structure to receive that cold.
Oh, to receive that cold.
Yeah.
Now it's the absorption of water that makes the place cold.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we maybe see inside?
So this is the entrance. Fortunately, we have an entrance. Then that is an exit.
That's an exit.
That's an exit.
Can we just move inside, maybe?
Yes. So this is where when you come here.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Let me stand here.
What you do here?
Yes.
I've got some grates around. You put your veggies in those grates around. Yes. Where you store. You don't just put it down because of health.
Health issues, I guess.
Yes, please.
So you have created these, I don't know how should I call it, to just raise.
To raise at least.
To prevent it from touching the floor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you can store your veggies here as long as even 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, it'll be just as fresh as yesterday. Yes.
And indeed, my viewers, as how Steve is just telling us, inside here it's cool. And as you have just heard from him, he has suspended water. But I can tell you, or I can testify that it's cool even without the water. So I'm just imagining if maybe there is absorption of water on the charcoal, how inside here could feel. So, Steve.
Yes, please.
May you please tell me why this aluminium sheet and not maybe a normal iron sheet?
As I said earlier, because we are dealing with the water always. Then we find that with the aluminium, it resists that
the
rusting. Oh. That's the main purpose of using aluminium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. This is a challenge to you out there. As you can see, Steve is very young. He's just a youth, and there's this analogy that farming is for old people. Farming is for old men or women, but Steve is just a young dude who has decided to venture in this field, and as you can see, he's more than innovative. I mean, I couldn't imagine building such a structure. It could even never cross my thought, but from him, he has just built something interesting. And like I told you, this is not this place is not an urban setting. It's a rural village where you don't expect to find such a thing, but thanks to Steve, we have managed to see this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So Steve, so how, like, the purpose of you building? What was the purpose of you building such a structure, or the inspiration behind?
Since I'm an LV farmer, sometimes the year 2021 and then 2020, I was taking my produce to different markets, and you find that I could prepare my veggies in the evening, so that I could wake up very in the morning to go to market.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when you wake up in the morning, you find that everything has gone bad.
Yeah.
Then I was like, what should I do so that I can, when I aggregate these LVs, so that I can take like 2 or 3 or a week without maybe when it's still fresh. So it was my mind, and then I shared with some different partners, and then this one partner called Syngenta Foundation, they came in with this factor of building a charcoal cooler. When I've had shared with them, they say that it's possible. You can find something that will make your veggies last for a long. Yeah, it's when I came in for charcoal cooler. Yeah.
So you also do agribusiness?
That is my work.
That's your work?
Yes.
Okay.
I also link farmers to partners. Yeah.
And I have just noticed that you are also maybe teaching some farmers, or you are educating them on matters farming. Also that, the inspiration behind it.
Because right now it's only through farmings when you
get wealth.
You get maybe wealth. Yeah. Through farming, it's everything. It's a backbone of our country. Yeah. Through farming, it has helped us to acquire wealth. Then it's also good to have even health. Yeah, sure. You know, without a food, you won't be healthy. Yeah.
I can see you are very passionate about farming. Yeah. Maybe, by the way, I didn't tell you this, but your compound looks great. Your compound is something else. Apart from the plant, the refrigerator plant, maybe do you have something else that we can...
Yes, I said earlier, I'm doing organic farming.
Organic, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm also doing composting. I'm doing vermijuice. I do make liquid fertilizer. Most of my produce, I do organic. I don't use any chemical on my farm. Yeah, that's what we are going. That's what I'm also training my farmers. Yeah.
Can we please have a look of the what did you say it's called?
Compost.
Compost.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called composting.
Okay, composting.
This is part of it.
Oh, this is part of it.
I've been using this one.
Yes.
It has already been used. But maybe before I can show you how to make the compost.
Yeah.
We can begin with the other side.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Begin from there.
This is what we call composting. Composting is what you do. You use plant residues like maize stovers, all plant residues. But the main component here is tithonia. Tithonia It's a kind of a plant with yellow flowers. Yeah, it has a lot of nitrogen. And mostly when we go to shops, we normally go there to purchase nitrogen. But in Tidonia, there is full nitrogen. So the main component here is Tidonia, then wood ash. Yeah, wood ash has phosphorus, has calcium. Then also you must have this dry matter, maybe through these stovers. You make sure that you cut into small pieces. Then after that, you must have at least this manure, at least from animals that is so well decomposed, just like a wheelbarrow, one wheelbarrow. Then after that, you put there your Tithonia, that's green matter, Tithonia. Then after that, you add wood ash. Then the process goes on. You know, with this composting, it has it's complete, let me say. It's complete. You see, you're using every part of all these green nutrients. Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that you don't use in composting is eucalyptus and cypress.
Okay.
Like eucalyptus has a lot of acid, never decompose.
Yeah,
It doesn't decompose.
What about cypress?
Cypress has the same.
Oh, it has the same.
Yeah,
It has a lot of acid.
a lot of acid. But we use mostly like Grevillea. I've planted Grevillea around for
Yes, I've seen some.
for agroforestry.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly for making compost.
Mostly for making compost.
For making compost, and also it is suitable for agroforestry.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's why you see it's close to that farm.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
And if I could just ask, how much time does it take before your compost is ready?
It's just 60 days.
60 days, that's 2 months.
2 months. After, when you prepare after 21 days,
Yes.
you come, then you turn it. Yes. For this, it's almost 60 days.
Yes.
I've turned it like
It's almost ready now.
it's almost ready. As you see,
Yes.
it's almost ready. Then it's just because there's no chemical here. This is just purely organic. So I've just covered with these stovers because I don't want that direct sunlight. And you make sure that you put under the shade.
Under the shed.
Yes. Then at least you cover with something so that to avoid that evaporation of nitrogen from this organic.
Okay.
Yes.
So the purpose of covering it is to avoid the nitrogen from evaporating.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And
then-
also maybe to maintain the wetness. Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe if we could just talk about your farm. Do you do mixed farming or?
I do mixed farming. Yes. Mixed farming, that's I'm having some poultry, I'm having some maize also. I'm also having some Elvis. I'm also having some bananas. You see.
Yeah, I can see it's a very beautiful farm.
Yes.
So in the compost, do you also use maybe the cow dung or the chicken what? I don't know what-
droppings?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like one wheelbarrow. Yeah, during that process.
Okay.
You just use like one wheelbarrow, but most important thing is, as I said, is green matter with Tithonia, full of Tithonia. Then with these other decomposing matters, like banana leaves, avocado, then Grevillea. Yes.
And sure, it's like your bananas are really enjoying the compost because they are thick, they are in good shape. So guys, as I told you, Steve is a very innovative person, and he has just surprised us with something else. As you can see, we are in his farm. In this farm, he has planted maize, but he has just told me that he has used another criteria of doing it. Maybe he should just tell us himself, because I don't even understand the analogy terms of agriculture. Let him just tell us what it is.
Yeah, this is a push and pull technology, or push-pull technology. What is push-pull technology? It is a way of planting your maize or your corns, and in between you plant desmodium, or you can plant onions, you can plant cowpeas, kales. Why plant in between? We are avoiding the use of chemicals while controlling fall armyworms. With desmodium, you find that it will rebel the fall armyworms. After doing that, you make sure that at the edge of the farm you plant napier grass, or there is a variety of grass called Pracaria. If mainly fall armyworms, they feed on a grass family, maize, napier grass, weed, rice, so they don't feed on other leaves. So when you plant such a thing in your farm, in between, it will rebels the worms. Then the other advantage of desmodium, it's a cover crop. Besides being a cover crop, it has nodules with the rich of nitrogen fixing bacteria, and also it's animal feed rich in protein. You make sure that when you plant this desmodium in your farm, it helps you to cover your soil. This is also minimum tillage. Yeah, and then you find that your crops will grow without using any single chemical. Yeah, that's what you are avoiding with organic farming. Yeah.
So guys, as you have just heard, he's just trying to control pests or worms using plants themselves. He's just mixing the crops, like as you have heard from him. The what falls? What were they?
Fall armyworms.
Fall armyworms. He has just said that they rebel this. What is the name of this one?
Desmodium.
Desmodium. But they feed on the maize, what?
Then
the napier grass.
Grass family.
The grass family. They feed on grass family, but they tend to rebel the leaves. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in short, he's just being creative on what he does, because his main point, he's just trying to tell us that he is trying to avoid chemicals on his farm. That's why earlier you just saw the compost pit, and now he has again go a mile ahead to use this criteria in his farm. So Steve,
yes,
what else can you tell maybe farmers out there who maybe are using the chemical and fertilizers?
Yeah, maybe with the time you see most of our farms are not doing well because of this inorganic fertilizer has a lot of acid. Then you find that most of our farms are acidic. When you plant, maybe you harvest so little. But when you come back to this organic farming, when you're practicing CA, organic farming, you find that you reclaim your soil back to its normal status. So we are tending, like we just want to reduce that acidity, to reduce that inorganic in our farms, so that we farm the way our forefathers were doing. Yeah.
And Steve,
yes,
I just want to ask you, with this type of farming,
yes,
how sure are you maybe the farm produce?
Yes.
According to my thinking,
yes,
I don't know, but I'm 100% sure I might be wrong. But according to my thinking,
yes,
I'm tend to believe that with this maybe type of farming,
yes,
you might end up harvesting less, because maybe of the competition of maybe nutrients in the soil. Because there's here maize, at the same time there's this one, and there's another line of maize. So I tend to believe maybe the plants, they might be competing for nutrients.
Not really. First of all, we've not planted in the same line.
Yeah,
That's the
in
first
different
thing,
lines.
different line. Then the spacing of maize is just normal spacing, 75 by 25. Then you find that whatever planted in between has no effect with the maize.
Another line, yeah.
Yes, but the other advantage is that it has some nodules. These are leguminous plant. And you understand the effect, the importance of leguminous plants to maize. You see, it has no effect. In fact, it has more advantage compared to disadvantages. Like when you go to the field where they have not planted in between, they have not planted the desmodium. You find that there's a very big difference. There's an invasion of that foliar worms, then that spacing. You see, first of all, if you want to get the correct measurement, make sure that you follow every step. Not just because you're farming.
You just want to farm.
Yeah, but make sure you follow the instruction.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so much honored to be here today.
You're welcome.
And sure, just trust me that I have learned much.
You're welcome.
And I'm interested in doing farming, and sure, I'm going to try this your technologies on my farm.
This is just the beginning. As you come after 1 month, you find a very big difference. This maize plantation will be different. You'll never imagine it was the way it is. Yeah, this is just the beginning. Let's hope that mid-November, when you come back, you find something different compared to this one. Yes.
We will highly appreciate.
Please, you're welcome.
And we are looking forward to visit here again, Steve.
You're welcome.
Thank you. This place is a very creative place. This place is very interesting. For you out there who wishes to become a farmer or who wishes to do maybe the technological part of farming, I told you, innovation has no jurisdiction, because who thought that maybe we could find such a thing in this place? But here we are. Steve did it. So guys, as you can see, Steve is really a young man, and I'm sorry I'm repeating that, but I'm impressed. Personally, I'm impressed by what he's doing. And as I also told you earlier, he's also empowering the same thing to the people of his village. Earlier, we just attended a meeting whereby people were being schooled, the villagers were being taught how to do farming. It was about poultry farming, and I was also impressed. And people were just, how should I say? People were just, walikuwa wanamsifu for being the one responsible of bringing guests to this place to educate them, and they are also optimistic that in the near future their lives is going to change. Guys, this is Culture Hub TV, and this is Bidi Yangu. For you out there who maybe uko too idle, you are not doing anything, make sure you engage yourself in something. Make sure you look for people like Steve, and I'm sure your life will not remain the same. This is Culture Hub TV. Keep liking, sharing, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, I'm your host, Presenter Dante.